What's up, guys? Today we're going to do another top 5 list, and today's list is going to be the top 5 brands that I have used that I like the most. Okay, so this list is not going to be the top 5 brands in the entire universe, so don't expect that, and don't be surprised if a brand that you like is not on this list. This is a top 5 brands that I have personally used, and it is more of a 5 of the better brands thing than it is to say that these are necessarily the best there ever were. Moving right along though, let's first talk about number 5. Number 5 I put as Suspension Dudes, which is an eBay company, believe it or not, but it's a very good one, and it's the only place you can get W-body lower control arms with urethane front bushings. I reviewed those control arms in a previous video. I'll try to link that down in the bottom, but you can also just search for it. But they've been on the red car now for several years, and they're actually still holding up really well, and I have no complaints. So I put them pretty low on the list because they don't really do much more than suspension, but they do carry a wide variety of suspension components, and their control arms in particular are really good. Number 4, ZZ Performance. Now, they're on this list because they provide a little bit of everything, and they do manufacture some of their own parts. They're lower on the list because they don't manufacture everything. You can't get a lot of replacement stock parts from ZZP that are manufactured by ZZP, if that makes sense. But their performance parts are pretty good. The majority of everything that I've used from them has been decent. So they are definitely a brand that I overall trust pretty well. Number 3 is going to be MOOG suspension components. MOOG is a company that's been around a long time. Some people will say that they have been better at one time than they are now, but overall I still trust most of their suspension components. The only reason they're not any higher on this list is because they seem to have a lot of problems here lately with fitment. I wouldn't say a lot of problems, but some of their stuff doesn't exactly fit perfectly, but it's usually built really strong. It usually lasts a long time. Most MOOG stuff I have found to be pretty decent. Number 2 is going to be Melvotech. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, I reviewed some Melvotech wheel bearings not too long ago. Those turned out to be really, really good and are still on the car and still doing well. But Melvotech suspension stuff is very beefy, and I like that they provide high performance, rugged versions of their suspension components for just regular cars like the W-body. So that's why they inched out MOOG a little bit. And because so far I have never had a fitment issue with Melvotech, so I have with MOOG a couple times, so that's why. But decent quality suspension stuff, definitely worth being on the list. And number 1 is going to be, unsurprisingly, Acdelco. Now, if you don't deal with a lot of GM stuff, Acdelco may not be your go-to part, but as far as anything GM goes, Acdelco is the original equipment manufacturer, and everything from sensors to suspension components to engine parts, water pumps, anything, they are usually some of the better quality stuff that you can get. Fitment wise, they're usually the best, and they're usually at least as good as what came on the car originally. So I don't necessarily think I would put their wheel bearings up against like Melvotech's wheel bearings, but for the most part, most of their stuff is really good, and I put them at number 1 because they sell basically every piece of your car. They have everything from everything there is on the car pretty much, instead of just being a suspension company or just selling sensors or something like that. So that was my top 5 list of brands that I've personally used. If you have a brand that I didn't mention, drop it down in the comment and let me know about that. Let me know what you think. If you'd like to see me do any more lists like this, or maybe a bottom 5 that I don't like or something like that, let me know that down in the comments. Drop this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you're subscribed so you see that, and I'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.